Fans, we would like to honor our Division 3 seniors as they work to complete their final semester here at West Virginia University. Our first senior hails from Columbus, Indiana, Peyton Donahoe. Peyton will graduate with a bachelor's in engineering and a minor in geology and marketing. Escorting him this evening is his father, Tim, and mother, Chris. Peyton would like to thank his parents for always believing in him and letting him chase his hunting dreams, and his grandpa for starting him in hunting. After graduation, Peyton plans to become a commissioned officer in the United States Air Force. Peyton would like to leave his teammates with these final words of wisdom. To all my teammates, follow your dreams and do what you love. Because in this crazy thing called life, you only get a few truly amazing moments. I am so grateful I got to share so many of mine with you. Peyton Donahoe. Our next senior hails from Stony Brook, New York, Jonathan Pleckout. Jonathan will graduate with a bachelor's in business and marketing. Escorting him this evening is his father, and Kevin, and his brother Patrick, and his grandpa. Jonathan would like to thank his dad for always supporting and believing in him. He would also like to thank his coach Rue and all his teammates for an amazing 3 years. After graduation, Jonathan plans to a career in strategy analytics, and Jonathan would like to leave his teammates with these final words of wisdom. Be present, appreciate the moment, and bet on yourself to earn what you deserve. Jonathan. Our next speaker goes from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Will McNamara. Will graduate with a bachelor's in health and well-being. Escorting him this evening is his father, Jim, stepmother, Barb, and grandmother, Julie. Will would like to thank his entire family for always being by his side and supporting him in his hockey journey unconditionally. He also wants to thank his teammates and coaches for the countless memories and laughs shared together through the years. After graduation, he plans on working in Pittsburgh as a personal trainer with the hope of owning his own gym in the future. Will would like to leave his teammates with these final words of wisdom. Not everyone has the opportunity to represent their school by playing the sport they love with the people they love. Embrace everyone and every moment, the good and the bad, because it will be over before you know it. Will McNamara. Our final senior is from Fairfax, Virginia, Christopher Richardson. Christopher will graduate with a bachelor's in management information systems. Escorting him this evening is his mother, Yvonne, and father, Bill. Christopher would like to say thank you to his parents for waking up early, spending weekends gone, and spending a lot of money on broken sticks. Thank you, Rue, for dealing with me for 4 years, and finally, all the guys for making this team feel like a family. After graduation, Christopher plans to attend George Mason University to get his master's in health information informatics and data analytics. Christopher would like to leave with these final words of wisdom to his teammates. Don't take this opportunity for granted. The people you meet, the places you get to go, not a lot of people have the opportunity to do all of the things with their closest friends. Man, let's hear it one more time for the Division 3 seniors.
USA Hockey. In this game, we played in the NCAA. Now let's see the starters for the Heats. At forward, number 27, Carter Schultz. At forward, number 24, Cameron David. At forward, number 10, Steve Booth. On the fence, number 11, Parker David. Up fence, number 22, Ryan McGuffin. In goal, number 31, Nathan Gendowski. Now, let's meet the starters for your West Virginia Mountaineers, led by head coach Drew Biak. At forward, number 7, Will McNamara. At forward, number 53, Jonathan Pika. At forward, number 23, Luke Castillo. On defense, number 4, Chris Richardson. On defense, number 74, Peyton Donovan. And in goal, number 31, Nicholas White. Please rise if you're able to move your hats to the front of the mountain.
Good evening, everybody. This is going to be an interesting one. If you noticed, first period, there was no audio. That was intentional. We're sorry about that. What happened was that we had some problems with our audio board that the microphones feed into that goes into the PC. We had to order a new one. We got the new one. The entire first period was dedicated to setting it up because essentially it got here late. No fault of anybody. Just things happen.
Yep.
So I'm Richard Turkovich. He's Ian Murray. You've already seen the first period, so we're just going to talk about the first period that we saw. West Virginia is trailing Duquesne 3-1 as we ended the first period. So, Ian, I know we were kind of busy, but of what we did see of the game, what can you tell us?
Yeah, I mean, it started to look like a physical game. We saw Drew Allen was a little bit shaken up during the play there in the first period as well. But, I mean, overall, it's just Duquesne was just had really good shooting and everything there so far. And, you know, honestly, it was kind of tough with the audio problems we were having trying to figure out and watch the game at the exact same time. But overall, it just seemed like a physical game and everything this far, and I expect that to continue as obviously it is a conference matchup and everything here tonight against Duquesne. But I know from talking to Coach Rue for the game, this locker room talk probably was not a very happy one from Coach Rue heading into the second period, especially here on senior night.
Well, it started out, it was a quick goal from Duquesne early in the game. It really set the tone for this one, and then West Virginia is just trying to get a foot in the game, and they haven't been able to. We talked to Coach Rue before the game started, and he said he was pretty confident about tonight and about their chances in this game. So we're going to see if they can come back into it here in the second period. That first period, a lot of back and forth. I think I think that Duquesne also just came out of the gate a little hotter than West Virginia did at the start. Because, you know, on nights like these, when you got the senior night stuff, you're sitting around essentially waiting for a while.
Yeah.
And then you're also out there taking a bunch of pictures and then having some sentimental things happen. So that's usually the type of deal that that goes on with that. So hopefully West Virginia comes out in the second period firing. This time you will be able to hear our voices. That's a positive.
So they're hearing us right now.
Yeah. So we thank you for being patient with us through all of that. So once again, Rich Turkovich, Ian Murray. We're going to be right back here on the Mountaineer Hockey Network, and we are going to have the second period coming right up. And we welcome you back up into the broadcast booth, where we're set for the last 40 minutes of hockey in this one. And this time we'll be able to deliver you some extras to the game other than just the visuals.
Yeah.
So there we go. Yeah, things happen. That's all I've got.
Yep. Man, though, does it feel nice for that D1 game to the first period. Finally feels nice to have the headset back on. Bring you guys all the action.
So Duquesne starts his second period up 2 on West Virginia. And back there in goal for West Virginia is Nicholas White. Gets the nod tonight from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. He's a 5th year. And right off the bat, West Virginia going to fire one in on Duquesne's goaltender. I have to try to make out that number with the blue and red.
I think it's 31. It looks like 31.
I have to get a copy of the score sheet up here. Well, off of that face-off, Duquesne's going to bring that one all the way down. That's going to be icing all the way, and Duquesne not happy about that one off of the start. And I believe that was Cameron Cable. Played in 20. He's got 14 goals, 14 assists on the season. That's good for 28. He's one of Duquesne's premier players.
He is their best player from looking at kind of all their stats and everything. A couple guys there behind him, but he's their most, I'd say, complete player with, I mean, even in goals and assists. He's dangerous when he's out there on the ice.
Well, it's going to come all the way down. Martin's going to flick this one around. And it's going to be given up. I believe that's Snyder. Snyder's going to make a nice move. He's going to skate on in. He's still got pace. Tries to move it up towards the top. And then it'll be a turnover. So it'll be 2-on-2 coming back the other way. Here comes Duquesne skating on in. Then it goes around the boards. Comes back over to this near side. He shot in, and oh my goodness, I think that went in the back of the net.
It did. I don't know how. It must have gotten through White's pads there somehow, some way.
I didn't even see it get turned in on goal.
And
but
yep, that's going to do it. White is getting pulled from this game. And we're going to be having a goalie change. Hayden Dirk coming into the net.
Yeah, Hayden Dirk going to come on. And Nicholas White's getting pulled 4-1 here in the second. And, you know, you hate to see a goalie get pulled, but I have to think that one might be the right move.
Yeah, the way that one just kind of trickled in. That was an odd angle shot that White had every chance to stop it, and it just trickled in the back of the net.
And, you know, just for confidence sake, I think that that's the reason that that has to happen the way it does. So here we go. That one's going to go up and out of play. Just barely. 18:52 to go here in the second period. And West Virginia's trailing by 3 now on senior night. That one comes in, and Dirk will get his first action covering up with the glove.
Yeah, you know, but this puts a wrench in what I'm sure is the D3's plans. Is you got to think they got game tomorrow and a game also on Sunday.
Yeah.
So now I bet you they were planning to use Dirk for, you know, one or both of those games. And now all of a sudden he's having to come in here and play 2 full periods basically.
And he snags another one nicely there.
Basically in this one.
Nicely done, Hayden Dirk.
It's probably not the move that Coach Rue and them wanted to be making right now, but it certainly was the necessary one.
Well, and we did talk to Coach Rue before this game started, and he was talking about how this game was looking at being probably the easier game of the weekend. Not that any game in this division is easy, but
yeah.
that this one was going to be the easier option.
I will say we're playing 5-on-5, but there is a Duquesne player in the penalty box at this moment. So I am not sure what happened. It probably was something that happened back into the first period.
I'm assuming that's going to be something 5 minutes for fighting, 10 minutes for fighting, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good catch there, Ian. Once again, that first period, and that one's going to get deflected up out of play. But once again, that first period, a little rough from our vantage point.
Yeah. Nice to see, though, Drew Allen, who was shaken up, like we mentioned, in what I guess we'll call our open for this one. But good to see him back out here on the ice and everything like that, back on the bench.
Well, West Virginia is going to try to bring this one out with speed. It's been a slow start to this second period after that Duquesne goal. Lots of whistles. Dirk's covered up a couple since coming into the game. And that'll bounce through the neutral zone. It's going to go all the way down. And Duquesne's going to beat the icing, as they thought they did earlier in the game. Now here's the deflection. Here's Napoli. Napoli is going to hold on to this. Going to go, bounce it off of the boards. Now it's going to be brought to the near side. And it goes over to that right side. Now it's loose in front. Dirk's got an eye on it, and then it comes out to the other side, and West Virginia's going to get rid of it. It's going to come out to the point. Hershen. Now it's pinned against the boards. Duquesne's going to grab it one more time. Tries to fire it back to the other point, and it's going to send it back down towards the corner. Now it's going to go. Now, West Virginia going to go for it. Now it's going to go off of the boards. Then they're going to go around. It's going to come back out. Lurkey touched it. Now it comes back over to the other side. And then it goes back behind the net. So been possessed through the middle. Here comes West Virginia now, skating it on up. They've got pace. Down the left side. Tries to make a nifty move. Will go offside. Had the tag up. Now back over to that other side. Now they're going to bring it across. Then that's going to go to the far side. West Virginia got a good opportunity here. Rips a shot. That one just goes high and wide. That was taken by Ryan Anderson. Now it's back into the middle. Anderson's going to get it one more time. Then it's going to go off of the board. Tried to get a Katana. And now sends it to the near side down into the corner. Duquesne will pick this up and scoop it along. It's Ryan McGuffin. That's a fun last name, McGuffin. So Duquesne now carrying it through the middle. Goes up into the air, and here comes Snyder. Snyder with it down the left side with pace. Comes in towards the crease, fires one in, and it just goes wide. Now here come the Dukes back again. 2-on-1, and a nice defensive play there from Snyder. Got down on the floor. Now it's a puck battle in the corner. And Anderson, excuse me. Now here's Kortzis. Kortzis down the near side, fires this one into the neutral zone. Here comes Snyder, fires one, and that one just gets saved. Nice one there in front. Now here come the Dukes, skating down the left side. Brings this one in towards the middle. Another defensive move by Snyder. And now here comes Cassiola. Cassiola, he's going to go down that right side. He's got Allen in the middle. Allen gets it on the backhand, fires it in the back of the net, in between the legs. And it is going to be 4-2, and we're going to have a brawl.
Yeah. There's that one coming. And not exactly sure. It kind of, the goaltender fell back.
I'm not really sure if that was in the back of the net to begin with. But the referees called it a goal, so that'll stand.
Referees did call it a goal, yes. So I think it eventually went into the back of the net eventually, because the goaltender basically went up into the back of the net.
And there you go.
So now there's a discussion happening. And I don't know what's going on now.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this is going to be about.
We'll have to see. Is
Well, now we're having a very lengthy discussion here.
yeah. Oh, we have a couple players now in the box here. We're going to have to get the full length of it. So we have 2 minutes.
Okay, so they've put 2 minutes on the board for.
We might be playing 3-on-3.
Oh boy.
What in the world has transpired?
Do not
here
want
in
to
the
be.
second period.
Do not want to be playing 3-on-3.
Well, we mentioned it was a physical game.
Yeah.
You're
telling me.
It just boiled over to now we're playing 3-on-3. And West Virginia does have the goal.
Yeah, they got.
Not exactly sure. It looked like it was something where it got put into the back of the net, and then it was kind of the follow through, either hit the goaltender, ran into the goaltender. Duquesne didn't like that. Duquesne basically went after West Virginia, and then then everyone got into it.
And I think Katana is going to be the one to take this face off. No, he's going to switch off with Anderson. So Anderson will take the face off.
We are playing 3-on-3.
And we're going to play 3-on-3 hockey for 2 minutes.
2 minutes, yep.
Oh, jeez. You don't see this every day. So here come the Dukes. Fire one in. It's going to be a nice save there from Aiden Dirk. Going to go back behind the net. Now West Virginia is going to make a nice little turn. Anderson's back there. Then it's going to be turned over. And then it'll end up back in West Virginia possession. Here is Martin. Backs this one over. This is Anderson again. Skates on through. Anderson, he's got options. Fires one off the iron and in.
And this is why we have seen Ryan Anderson play it up with D2. That shot right there. That is an impressive shot. And that is a way to respond and back up your goaltender who got pulled in Nicholas White. He gets pulled, and within 5 minutes, West Virginia's put 2 into the back of the net.
That's exactly how you do it, and exactly what you said, Ian. You pull your goaltender, maybe sometimes you get the confidence going, and then after you get the confidence going, there you go. Here's Lestitian. Going to drop this one back to Katana. Lestitian's going to go after it, and he's going to bounce it off the boards, and here are the Dukes. Then it's going to go off of this. It's going to get poked in front. Dirk tried to make a nice move. Now West Virginia's going to have a really good opportunity here. They're going to almost have a 3-on-1 jumping up into the play. Now here's one into the middle. Lestitian couldn't quite get a stick on it. Now they go back the other way. Lestitian's going to run after this. Going to get a nice pinch. And they're just now getting the penalties announced.
I believe, if I heard it right, it is all 4 players in the box currently got 2 minutes for roughing.
We haven't seen that.
No.
Maybe ever.
No. I mean, I've seen 3-on-3 in NHL overtime, but I don't know if I've ever seen West Virginia hockey with the 3-on-3.
Yeah, that's a bit interesting, to say the least.
To say these guys probably don't practice 3-on-3s very much.
No, there's absolutely no way they do.
No. So then West Virginia scored a goal on one is actually.
Well, they're going to get, here's a shot from Duquesne. That one's going to go over the net. And here is Lestitian. in the back. He's going to make a nice dance around, and they're going to get it over to Katana. And Katana going to fire it off of the board. Snyder going to try to get to it. Wasn't quite quick enough. Now they're going to be offside. Duquesne is going to have to backtrack. And that'll end the period, or end the penalties, excuse me. So back to 5-on-5 hockey after that short stint of 3-on-3, which West Virginia finds the back of the net on. And now Cassiola tries to move it ahead. Here comes Snyder. Snyder is moving this one in. Oh, we got a whistle here. And I think this was down here in front. Cassiola jawing with, I believe that's Dombowski. And they're both going to go to the box. So, looks like we're going to get 2 offsetting roughing penalties again.
Yep.
With 12:01 to go here in the second. This is unbelievable.
Pretty sure Cassiola was literally in the box last time, too.
Well, here we go.
So I think he's literally right back into the box again.
And here's Dwyer. Tries to get it across. Duquesne's going to bring this one out. Skate along. Back across the blue line. They're going to carry this in. This is Cable. Fires one. Gets the rebound. Fires another one. It's back behind the net. Dirk is all sprawled out. He's outside of his net. And then it comes all the way back out to the point. So McGuffin sends it in deep. Pinned against the boards. And still against the boards. And finally, it breaks free. Goes back out towards the middle. Duquesne's then going to fire it into them over to the right side. They're going to try a backhanded shot. Goes across the crease. Dirk is sprawled out. I don't know how that didn't go in. Now here's Duquesne again firing a shot. The rebound is in front. And now they're behind the net fighting for a loose puck. And they're going to send it all the way out. And now there's going to be another fight. With 43 seconds left on the 4-on-4.
Dwyer involved in that one.
I believe they might still be playing 5-on-5. I think we might be going
back to 3-on-3.
Oh my goodness. This has been.
What did we come
might
into?
Might be the craziest start to a game that I have ever personally witnessed.
This is the second period, but it feels like the start. It's somehow the second period.
Oh, so it'll be 2 minutes and 43 seconds. It'll be 43 seconds of.
We're playing 4-on-4.
Yeah, I think they were still playing 5-on-5 with those 2 in the box.
Huh.
So here we go. Now we're going to go back to 4-on-4. That'd have been a treat to see 3-on-3 again.
I don't know.
And Duquesne's coach.
Yeah, they're trying to get an explanation.
Kyle Clark, not very happy with one of the officials.
Now the arms are up in the air.
And Katana is.
I think it is going to be 3-on-3. And they were wondering why West Virginia had a 4th player out there.
Yeah, and now the referee's coming over. Oh,
what
boy.
in the world is going on?
So now, referee's gone over to give the explanation to Coach Rue.
We need a mic down there to be able to hear what in the world is being said.
I don't know if we'd want that.
I mean, just to try to understand what in the world the explanation of this could be.
Well, I guess this would be a good time to mention that tonight will be, and for all intents and purposes, should be our last, at least my last night on the West Virginia Mountaineer Hockey Network.
Yeah, it
will. For the season.
Yep. We'll be back tomorrow. We got D3 again against Pitt Johnstown, and then we have the women's against Pitt.
And that will be it for the season.
That will be it for the season,
on
and then
here.
Playoffs start as well, and I'm sure our socials will
update you on where you can
Update
watch
on-
those games.
Watch it, yep.
And so we're back to playing 4-on-3. West Virginia is on the power play 4-on-3. No, 4. They're playing 4-4.
Yeah, it's 4-on-4.
4-on-4, but 2 guys are in the box for each team.
And apparently it's 2 minutes each for roughing.
This might be the most confused I've ever been in the booth of a hockey game in my life. Usually we can get a pretty good recognition of what's going on, but
Why are the power, if it was 2 minutes for roughing, why are they not on the board? That's what my question.
yeah, this doesn't make any sense. I'm sure they're going to figure that out. This is this has been a fun couple of minutes here. So here we go. Duquesne's going to grab it. It's behind the net. They're going to carry this one along. Duquesne now still having possession. Makes a nice move. Oh, and a big hit there, and there's going to be a penalty upcoming. And some West Virginia fans are disgruntled at the
Allen's
point of
in
that
shock.
one. And
I don't know how much room we got left in these penalty boxes.
and there's yet another penalty. So Allen's going to talk to him. I mean, he's pleading his case, but the men in stripes happen to be the judge, jury, and executor. So
The question we're all starting to have is, how many guys can we fit in these penalty box?
well, I think the Pittsburgh Penguins answered that question a couple years ago.
Well, these penalty boxes seem a lot smaller than the ones they have, though, in the NHL.
Yeah. So West Virginia has 3 guys in the box. Duquesne has 2. So now we're playing, I believe this is 4-on-3. Duquesne is on the power play.
Well, now it's 5-on-4.
5-on-4.
So we're going to be playing 5-on-4 for the next
Minute
minute
41. Yeah, I'm not certain.
But then we have other guys still in the box that, from what I heard, it was 2 minutes. So unless they got a 5-minute for roughing, which I guess is possible.
Yeah, Ian, don't ask me. I'm lost. Text, we got to get some information, inside information from down there as to what in the world's going on. Duquesne has, and he hit him into the bench. Big hit on the left side. Cassiola laid the lumber on Cameron Gable and tossed him into his own bench. And now the whistle is sounded again. Both teams are going to make some changes. I think the puck just went up out of play, but I was too enamored by that beautiful hit over there on that far side by the bench.
Yeah, I missed that one. I'm still trying to gather up this information from kind of what all has transpired here in the last 2 minutes.
So now Duquesne has nobody in the box. And they have possession up at the top. Sends it down low. That was a nice pass. Fires a shot. That one just goes high and wide. Now it comes back out to center. Giving chase for this one is Dombrowski. Dombrowski gives chase. Gets to it first. West Virginia is going to chase. And now Klika is there. But it's going to come out for Duquesne. They're going to flip this one ahead. Now it goes around the boards. Duquesne holds on to it one more time, and they're going to try to fire a shot. That one gets blocked, and West Virginia is going to try to have a fast break here. Klika again, trying to go as fast as he can. And now here's Kortzis. Kortzis lays it on Dirk, and he'll just stick it away. So now Snyder goes after it. Snyder makes a nice move, brings it back out to center. Here comes West Virginia. They're going to hop on their horse. It's going to be a 2-on-1. Here is Allen down the left side. He had Cassiola, but he got pinched. And now Kortzis trying to fight along the boards. And here comes Snyder. Snyder rips one. It's blocked. Allen trying to cross it. That pass was intercepted. And now here comes Duquesne coming back the other direction. Fires it in towards the middle. Down low, and that one goes well wide. Now, down here, here's a shot. Oh, and a deflection in front. That one almost found the back of the net. Duquesne with it at the point. Fires one, goes through traffic, and ends up into the corner. Now back out to the center. Fires one, it was redirected, just goes wide. That was a heart-in-your-throat moment again. Duquesne still trying to find the magic shot, and they laid it in on goal. That one went wide again. 6:58 to go here in the second. Back up to the point. Sends it down low. Snyder goes to chase it. Now Cassiola trying to go after it, and he will peel off and head to the bench. Got to get some heat out of this hot kitchen back here. Some tired bodies on for West Virginia. And another big hit. Couple bodies hit the floor.
Yeah, Shannon just got crunched into the boards there. And
in front, Dirk made a nice stop. And a windup goes off of the boards. Anderson gets it over to Katana. Katana fires one. Ooh, in, or tried to get it for Valenti, and no one was home. Now it comes back up to the point. Rips a shot, blocked in front. Now down to Katana. Katana in deep. Moves it back up to his brother. Fires one, blocked. Now down for Anderson, and then it gets turned over, and here come the Dukes. Very quickly coming out of there. And now Katana going to get it, but Anderson gets there first. Anderson now sends it into the neutral zone for Katana and sends it in deep. Down and around the boards. Here's Valenti chasing after it. Gets it back to Katana, and he'll rip it on in. Now, Dwyer. Gets it over. And now bounces it off of the boards. Duquesne trying to down low pass. Good block in front. And now they hold possession of it. Fires one. That one goes wide. West Virginia. And now here they come on a breakaway. Here is Lestitian coming in. Backhand, forehand. Fires one in on goal. He scores. West Virginia ties it 4-4 with 5:01 to go in the second.
all I have to say is what a period it has been. It has been a crazy period. West Virginia has came all the way back here in this second period. You know, Duquesne gets the goal early on in the first. You see White pulled, and then it's been 3 unanswered for this West Virginia team. And this is exactly what you wanted to see out of this Mountaineer team.
And they have played a fantastic second period to come back in this one and tie it back up at 4. At the beginning of this period, it was 4-1. And now West Virginia looking for a 2-on-1. Couldn't get it. Now Duquesne's going to carry it in. Going to try to make a move. Tries to get it over to Shannon. Shannon gets it back to Lestitian. And now Lestitian, who just coming off of that goal, gets it over to Dwyer. Dwyer skates this one up, gets it off of the forehand, then gets crunched into the boards. Now, moving along, Cortzis backhands it away. Here's Dwyer. Back around. Duquesne's got possession of it one more time. They're going to send it all the way up. Then it's going to get high sticked. And that will be a face-off, I believe, outside the zone.
Yep.
No, they're going to move this inside the zone. And you know what? I think that's the right move because I think he high-sticked it right behind the blue line.
Yeah, it was close, but I mean, I think you did. But did get final explanation in all of this. So it was, besides Allen's final tripping penalty, everything else before that was 2 minutes for roughing. So then the reason they probably were not on the board is they were offsetting penalties. So therefore, they couldn't play for 2 minutes. They started the penalty, and then once 2 minutes was up and the next stoppage, they were able to come back out, but it did not affect the number of players on the ice. That is kind of the way I understood all that transpired.
Well, in most hockey leagues, 2 minutes for roughing, you go to the box and they stay 5-on-5. Most of the time. Or usually it's 5 minutes for fighting and they stay 5-on-5.
Yeah. Because if there's a roughing penalty, normally it's, it's the 2 minutes and.
So that was, that's rather interesting.
Yeah,
the way
but
that
it was
went
weird
down.
because we had the four people, 2 from each team at the roughing,
And
but we played
Cortz's-
3-on-3.
Yeah, that was interesting.
But then we had another roughing, and we didn't go back and we didn't lose any players. So that's what was all the confusingness about how it was being handled down there on the ice. But nonetheless, West Virginia has really responded. I mean, you were mentioning how it was just down, and they had basically back on their heels. They were basically back on their heels to, in matters of seconds, had a goal on the board, and it was tied up 4-4.
And then, Coach Rue makes a decision to pull White.
Yeah, very early on.
Not that White was the problem, but, and Katana just had a pretty good opportunity there in front. But White gets pulled, and then West Virginia rallies to tie this one back up at 4. Here is Richardson. Sends it in. Valenti then helps it along, and Katana will be the one to get after it. Then he backhands it in front. Valenti right there on the backhand. What a save there in front by Dombrowski. Now Richardson was calling for it over here on the right side. And here is Anderson. Rips one, blocked in front and covered. What a sequence there. And you want to get some bees out of the hive in your own end, go down and do something like that in the other end of the ice.
Dombrowski, though, looks like he might be a little shaken up on the play. And this is a bit of a problem here because there is no backup goaltender suited up for Duquesne right now. So we will have to keep an eye on that because he was a little slow getting up. Seemed like he was hunched over a little bit.
And now here is Duquesne. They're going to bring this one out, going to rip it along the boards. Martin's going to be the one to give chase. Snyder gets there first. And now with 2:03 to go here in the second period, West Virginia is working hard. So Duquesne going to bring this one in. Here's Mayer. He gets his shot blocked. Cassiola then tries to knock it out of the zone. Then it comes all the way up, and Snyder blew a tire. He would have beat out the icing had that not happened.
Yeah, he definitely would have beaten that one out, and just unfortunate he blew a tire there. But, I mean, Snyder has had one of the best shifts I've seen in this game earlier in this period. If you mentioned it, a couple nice defensive plays, couple opportunities.
Snyder's had a night.
Snyder has been here, there, and everywhere in this game.
Up, down, left, right, inside, out, and front and back. So Dirk will make another save. And I'm wondering if tonight we'll reach the Late Night Hockey Club. 8:16 Eastern Time now. Have to wonder.
And we are only in the second period.
And with a second game on the way.
Yeah.
Early contention. And Duquesne is going to have a really nice forecheck. They're going to get up on it. And it'll go down into the corner. So then this puck gets sent all the way down the ice. It's on its side, hobbling and bobbling, and Dombrowski will tip it along.
I will say, though, even in the D1 game on Wednesday that started at like 10 o'clock, we didn't even reach the Late Night Hockey Club for that one.
And now Lestitia trying his best to get it out of there. Someone's lost the stick. And now Duquesne has it.
Looks to be
Makes
Lustig.
a nifty move. Katana goes after it. Then it bounces off of the glass in the offensive end and comes all the way back down to West Virginia Real Estate. 30 seconds to go. Martin. Oh, and the net got knocked off. And I have a feeling there might be some complaints about that one.
There's been plenty of complaints in this second period.
Yes, there has.
I don't think neither coach has been extremely happy with anything.
So West Virginia is going to have a player go to the box here. So I think those complaints might have actually had some valor to them. And after that hit into the net that knocked the net off, West Virginia is going to be shorthanded.
And keep in mind, this is going to carry right over into the third period. So Duquesne's going to have about a minute 35 seconds
Shot in
on the power play to begin the third period on fresh ice.
That shot in on Dirk goes up and out of play. Well, so we talk about it tonight. It's been a game where West Virginia has been resilient, and they've come back here in this second period of hockey. So, 1:54 left on this penalty to West Virginia. Duquesne moves it point to point. Then it comes over. Here's a shot. That one goes wide. Now they have it down low. Here's a winds up. Odd angle goes off the side of the net. Back over to the slot. Fires one. Went through a couple bodies and will come out of the zone to end the second period. So, West Virginia goes from down 3 to tied at 4 in this second period. Ian, I think that speaks for itself. I don't think I have to say anything else about that.
I mean, there's not a whole lot you can say but to talk about the resiliency of this group on the ice here. And it's just been incredible to watch here in the second period. You know, you're down 3-1. It's not going the way you wanted it to go, for sure, in that first period. And it was kind of like you mentioned and stuff. Maybe the senior stuff had something to do with it. Maybe it was just all craziness with the senior stuff that just their legs weren't underneath them quite yet. Their legs are certainly underneath them now. And this one is certainly going to be an exciting third period to watch. And we'll just have to wait and see, because we got about a minute 30 remaining left on the power play. So West Virginia is going to have to kill that one off and then get back on the offensive end and try to take the lead.
Well, that's going to do it from this second period. Once again, we had a fun second period. Can't wait to see what the third brings us. We'll be right back right here on the Mountaineer Hockey Network. And we welcome you back into the Hope Gas Ice Pavilion for the third period. We're all knotted up at 4. With 20 minutes on the clock. And here we go. West Virginia is going to send this one out across the blue line, and it comes down to the near side. Now bounces off of the boards. Duquesne in front, fires one. That one gets blocked in front and then goes down to the near side. Now West Virginia still going to try to gain possession of it. Down low, sends it across, and it'll come out past the blue line, and Duquesne will have to retreat. Okay, now we'll get it right back in. Big hit there. And now they're going to hold on to it. Then sends it along. And it gets whacked along. Now Duquesne holding on to it, fires one, and that will go across ice. Then West Virginia sends one all the way down the ice. You know what? They're going to beat the icing here. Here comes Lustig to beat the icing. So he gets the cherry pick, comes down, tries to get one into the slot, and that'll get blocked. Now Duquesne. Over to Dwyer. Down onto this near side. Now here comes Dwyer. Tries to make a move. Goes over to Martin. Fires a shot, and that'll land right into the glove of Dombrowski. And that will be that.
Yep, but I mean 15 seconds remaining here on the man advantage for Duquesne, so they kill off this next 15 seconds. This is going to be huge because this was a big opportunity for Duquesne, and if they're not able to capitalize, it's going to be huge going forward in this period.
Yeah, here on the power play, they've still got 3 seconds. Now brings it over. Goes down low, nice defensive move there from Katana. Then it goes to that far side, fires a shot, save made by Dirk, rebound in front. He's gonna make another save, and then it's gonna go back behind the net. Now Duquesne gonna have it, sends it over to the far side, now down to the near side, and that one bounces off of the boards. Now it's gonna come all the way out. Anderson's gonna chase after it. And then they're gonna wrap it around the boards. Now it comes along, here's Kleka. And down behind the net. Anderson's going to be the one to touch it. He's going to try backhand and get towards the net. And then the rebound came out in front. West Virginia's got it one more time, firing it in front. I think Dombrowski has it, and now we might have something going on here.
Yeah, well, I wasn't sure. I couldn't see exactly who it is, and as they're still going at it, but one of a WVU player got pushed into the back, into the net. And obviously his teammates did not like that. And so that's kind of what started all of it. Kleka taking the face off.
Hopefully that song suggestion goes through there, Ian. send it into the group me. Everybody is kung fu fighting right now. And here's a rebound in front. That one gets ripped wide.
I mean, that basically sums up how this game's going right now.
Now down in front. Richardson goes to chase after it.
Certainly been a lot of hands and fists.
Oh, and that one went up into the air. Dirk, it's the flying Dirk. And now there's a penalty.
Is elbowing?
I should have said he was the flying Dirkman.
I think they're calling elbowing on the play.
Yeah, elbowing is going to be the call there. It's going to be Arthur Myers going to the box.
He's complaining about it. But I believe the signal was 2 minutes for elbowing. So now West Virginia with the chance.
So 17:04 to go. West Virginia is going to be on the man advantage. Oh, and that one off the faceoff skips over the stick of Katana and comes all the way back down to West Virginia real estate. So now it's going to be brought up. Here comes Katana, skating it on out. Comes in with pace on the backhand, goes behind the net. Now keeps it on that far side and then sends it over to Anderson, who rips a shot. It goes into the back of the net off of the mask of Dombrowski. It's 5-4 West Virginia.
A mirror image of what he did last period on the other end. And I mean, I'm looking at Dombrowski right now, and he is in stud. What a shot there from Ryan Anderson. Absolutely sniped it top shelf into the corner there. And I mean, there was nothing Dombrowski could do about that. Rang it off the crossbar and the post and into the back of the net, and Anderson gave him a 5-4 lead.
And now West Virginia going to jump on the horse again and come on in. And I'm going to steal one from Penguins' great broadcaster, Mike Lang. Dombrowski doesn't know whether to cry or wind his watch. So West Virginia scores 4 unanswered to come all the way back and take the lead in this one. And if you look at Coach Rue on the bench, he's just saying, according to plan. So Duquesne's going to rip one in on goal. I think that hit the side of the net. Stayed down onto this near side. Then here's a shot. Gets bounced away. Casiola's going to try to run after it. Couldn't quite get there fast enough. Then it comes down to this near side. This is Dombrowski, the other one on the team. There's Adam Dombrowski and Nathan Dombrowski, spelled differently.
Yeah.
So here is Katana. Gets this one moved along to Casiola. Casiola skates this one up. West Virginia going to turn this into a 3-on-2 opportunity. He's going to dodge one. Then he gets crunched into the boards. And Duquesne might have gotten away with a high stick on that play. But nonetheless, the judge, jury, and executor has said no. So it's going to bounce off of the boards. Now it's going to come over. West Virginia is still going to move this along the boards. Going to try to get it up to Snyder. And Snyder tries to make a move, then sends it all the way down. Then it goes over. And then it goes over to Snyder. Snyder, that one gets bounced up into the air. Comes back over for Dwyer. And then Lustig gives chase, but it comes back out to Shannon. Now back across. Nice spin move there in the back by Ryan Smith. Now Shannon. Then it bounces off of the boards. Here's Dwyer. Tries to get it back towards the middle. Here's Lustig. Fires a shot. And what a save. The rebound couldn't go. And Dombrowski with the answer. West Virginia. Lestitian fires one. And it's right wide. Here is Napoli with a chance. Then that one also rings wide. And now Duquesne is going to take some heat out of the kitchen. And Richardson's going to be the first one to chase after it. Big hit there, and that's going to be a penalty. And I have a feeling we might have a fight. And Richardson's trying to defend himself.
Yeah.
So Richardson, I have a feeling that one's going to be boarding.
Yeah, that would be my guess. We also have Hunter Mayer heading to the box as well for Duquesne.
Okay.
So that's interesting.
That's very interesting. And McNamara is talking there with the referees. They're going to ask about this. This might be 4-on-4 here.
My assumption is Mayer said something or did something in that little circle that was happening there. Because it's going to be 5-on-4. but Mayer's in the box. So he might have a 5-minute here.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 minutes up on the board here. So West Virginia will be down a man. And Duquesne is going to hold on to it. Then it's going to go down back. And it's going to come all the way back out. West Virginia gets a first clearance here on the penalty kill. This penalty kill for West Virginia, about mid-tier in the ACHA and D3 in the country. Oh, unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, that's a 10-minute unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
That's why, and that shot gets ripped on Dirk, and he will make the save.
And he's having a conversation with our PA down there, Patrick. They're apparently having a conversation. Don't know what that could be about.
I would assume he's probably asking, what did I do? So he's going to be in there for the next 10 minutes, so he's not going to be out till there's 3 minutes left in the game. So he's going to have a long time to sit down there in the clink. And here comes West Virginia. It's Lustig again, coming in on goal, fires one, and that one got blocked. I'm not sure that actually ended up on goal. And now here comes Duquesne. They're going to skate this out quite quickly. Duquesne holding on to it, sends it into the middle, and that one goes wide. And now there's going to be a penalty here. No, maybe not. Oh, there might still have a chance for a penalty. And somebody's helmet has ended up on the ice.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. Dwyer appears to be maybe a little bit shaken up on the play. Because he was on the ground, and I'm wondering if he was laying on top of the puck, if that's why the whistle blew. That would be my assumption.
He was holding his side, so I'm assuming he probably got hit with a stick.
Yeah.
And there's still 35 seconds on the man advantage. Here's a shot. Rebound comes out and over to the other side. Dirk makes quick work of it. That one was deadly.
Yeah, got to be careful. 30 seconds left here, and definitely don't want to give up a goal here if you're West Virginia.
So now the clearance from the Mountaineers, and it'll come all the way back for the Dukes to hold it in their own end. And now they're going to carry it up quite quickly. Save made by Dirk goes off the side of the glove. Now back over to the other sided corner, and that'll be cleared away. And that should do it for the Duquesne power play. And Richardson is going to come out of the box. And we're back to 5-on-5. Meanwhile, Mayer is still in the box. Now this pass over to the slot. That was nifty. Centering pass in front. No one was home. Now over to that far side. Then it's going to get tipped along. Katana tried to get it. Then it goes across. And here is Duquesne. Sends it over to that far side. Rips one. And it doesn't go. Here comes Katana. Katana is going to carry this one all the way out. Sends it across the ice. Comes back down to the near side. Then bounces it away. Now Katana bounces it off of the boards. Then it goes around. And here is Gino Valenti. And Anderson gets upended. Now it goes back over to the far side. It's going to be brought over. Duquesne's going to come up here. They're going to hop on the saddle and get in quickly. That goes in on Dirk. He blocks it away with the paddle. Then it goes behind the net, and West Virginia gains possession back. Katana bounces it off of the boards. Anderson will go to give chase, and that one's going to miss the goal, so that will be icing.
Yeah, no, I mean, even to note, too, that is Duquesne's second unsportsmanlike conduct penalty in this game.
Which is quite, that's quite a few.
Yeah. You don't see.
Don't see that every day.
No, you hardly see one. In fact, they've had two, because that was when we first came on, and the guy in the box to begin the second period, it was a unsportsmanlike again to end the first period.
Katana giving chase. Centering pass goes in front. Katana's going to get back to it. And now here they come. West Virginia gets it over to Snyder. No, not Snyder. Anderson. Anderson comes in on the backhand, and it just goes wide. Now back out to the neutral zone. Here comes Duquesne. They're going to come back the other way this time. That one gets ripped, blocked, and sent.
Yeah, that one went way up in the net. I saw that one coming.
So 10:05 to go here in the third. The Dukes win the face-off, get it up to the point, rips one, that goes wide. Now down on this near side, Duquesne getting some momentum here. Here's a shot glove save from Dirk. So this third period's been just as entertaining as the second. And here's a slapper blocked in front. Richardson was the one that got in front of it. And now here comes Snyder, going to skate this one down on the backhand. Tries to get it over to the forehand, can't quite do it, and it goes in the back of the net. It trickles in. It is 6-4 West Virginia.
I am speechless. I don't know how that one went into the back of the net. He basically had one hand. Basically one-handed, we put that one into the back of the net somehow. What a goal there from Hayden Snyder. And we mentioned him earlier, how he was, all over the place, and then he gets himself on the score sheet here with a goal. That is impressive.
And I tell you what, that puck went into the back of the net like water torture. Drip, drip, drip.
I don't know how that would wind up into the back of the net, but Snyder would take it, West Virginia would take it, and that is now 5 unanswered goals from West Virginia.
Unbelievable. 9:25 to go here in this game. And now here is Lustician. Gets this one back across. This is over for Lustig. Lustig down the near side. Sends it in towards the middle. Then it goes down into the corner. Lustician chasing after it. It's going to get pinned back there. Then it's going to come on out. And this is Thomas Corey. Corey now goes after it. Not before Cortzis gets to it. Then it comes all the way back out for Dembowski. Then here's a shot from an odd angle. I think that went off the pad of Dirk. Now into the corner. One of the West Virginia players has ended up on their wallet. Now to the blue line. And now here's Lustician. Going to get the turnover. Flips it back out to center, and West Virginia will peel off for a change. So Duquesne will reset, reuse, and recycle. That puck is bouncing there on the stick of Cable. Then they send it onto the far side. Then it gets backhanded down into the zone. Martin's the first one to get to it. Now he is going to try to carry this one out. Bounces it off of the boards. And now here comes Duquesne. Through the middle. Goes over. And Donica touched it just barely. And here comes Duquesne once again. Katana trying to go after it. Then it gets bounced up into the air.
I believe that one was kicked up into the air, actually.
And then it goes off of the paddle of Dirk. Goes across to the far side. And West Virginia just trying to hold some possession. There's a big hit. Oh, and there's a big cluster there in the middle.
Yeah, Donica was in there. Outward was also in there.
And that one gets ripped on goal. Outward gets possession of it again. Rips it to the near side. Bounces it off the boards. And now Duquesne will send it right back in.
Great idea, though, there from Outward. It just really wasn't quite connecting. Trying to lead it up there and use the wall as an assist.
And now West Virginia's going to have to back check quickly here. They do get the puck back. That was very fortunate. Then it comes back over. Flipped off of the boards. Now Katana gets it back over to Anderson. Anderson rips one just wide. Then the bounce goes off the glass. I thought that might have had a chance to go in the back of the net.
Can Anderson shoot the puck or what?
He has had a fantastic night shooting the puck.
Some of these goals you may never see again that he's been shooting. Same with Snyder's.
Just that snapshot, he's got his wrists. They just take a break and go right towards the top corner.
He's got natural scoring ability.
As they say in hockey, that's where mama hides the cookies.
And he's been one, as mentioned earlier, he's been up with D2 quite some time this year.
Well, I have an update on Mayer. He is still in the box, and he's got
about 3 minutes
three
left.
and a half
Yeah.
left until he's out of there. So he's been sitting in the box almost this entire period.
So, and
Poor
now
guy.
this, even with 6 minutes left, it's down 2 goals.
We do it every time, and they never do it.
Yeah.
People at home know exactly what we're about to talk about. So Duquesne's going to bring this out with pace, going to bring this across the blue line. Then he leaves the puck behind, and here comes Snyder again. Snyder rips a shot, goes off of the glove, loose inside the crease, and then it goes down to the corner for Cassiola. Now back up top. Then it's going to come all the way back out to the neutral zone. Of course, this will be the first one to get to it. Now here comes Shannon. Shannon brings this one in, flips it up into the air, bounces it off of the glass, then goes down after it. Tries to pin it against the boards. And now Cassiola chases after it once more. Then it's going to go up into the air. Duquesne's going to go grab it. And then it'll be turned over, and West Virginia will get it back. Here's Snyder. Back across, a ripper, and that comes in on Dombrowski. And whoo, he looked underneath him.
You can tell West Virginia's kind of gotten under his skin a little bit as he just completely looked behind him on that one. They didn't quite trust his ability there.
Here's Dwyer, and that one gets blocked up into the netting. So 5:29 to go here in the third. West Virginia nursing a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, it's kind of funny too. I think Judon actually, he was trying to get onto the ice and he wound up tripping over the bench or fell over the bench or something. Something there as well.
Well, I think for me right now, if you're going to name a play of the game, it's got to be Cassiola's hit that knocked the guy into the Duquesne bench. I mean, he was upside down when that hit happened.
You don't see that very often.
But when you do, it's very awesome.
Yeah.
And I think any hockey fan will agree with me on that one.
Those are some of the best
Even
hits.
if it happens to your team, it's still
Those
cool.
are some of the best hits you've ever seen.
So West Virginia trying to make haste. Dwyer ended up on his front. Now here is Lestitian, going to bounce this one off of the boards. And now Duquesne down to 4:50 to go. And here they come. Nice move there, avoiding contact for Lustig. Now back over, here comes Janod. And now Duquesne gets possession of it once again. Bend along the boards. Not sure who that is in that mess. Now it goes across. And we'll go all the way down into the back end for Dombrowski. And Dombrowski, nifty move, keeps possession of it, tries to send it to this near side for Hershon. Then it goes up into the air, picked up by Outward and thrown down on his stick. Now back across. And now Outward's going to get possession of it once again. And Duquesne's going to give chase. This is for Dombrowski again. And Dombrowski gets hit into the boards. McNamara on senior night. 3:36 to go. Keep looking down at Dombrowski. He's looking at the bench. It's getting close. And now they're going to keep it inside the blue lines. Dombrowski's still looking over at the bench. He has not gone yet. Anderson's fighting for it. Then it gets given up. And there was an attempted shot. Then it goes over to that far side. Duquesne still holding possession of it. Going to rip a shot. Blocked in front. Off a body. And now comes down low. Now Dirk makes 1 save, 2 save, 3 save inside the crease. And somehow that gets cleared out by Martin. And that's going to be Anderson, who comes all the way up. 2:38 to go. What a save from Dirk. He has been lights out since coming in the second period.
He certainly has, and it has been impressive to watch Hayden Dirk just pulling an absolute clinic.
Oh, and here's a shot there. Rebound out in front again for Duquesne. The net is empty. They've brought on the extra attacker. Here's a shot off the side of the net. Goes down to the far side, and West Virginia is going to take aim at that empty net, but it'll be intercepted here into the neutral zone. So Duquesne is going to hold possession of it here. They have to hold on. West Virginia does for 2 more minutes. Here they are. Sends one across. Then it goes off of the boards, and Duquesne's going to get back to it once again. Then there's a big hit along the boards. It was McGuffin who had possession of it. Then it goes down to the other side. Cassiola tries to get to it. West Virginia trying to put the icing on the cake. Here's one that gets sailed all the way down, and that is going to go wide of the net, and that will be icing. And Snyder was taken down on his way down there. And yeah, he's staring down the linesman.
Mayer finally gets to come out of the box. He was supposed to come out about 1:30 ago.
So Mayer will get to play the last 1:30 of this after his 10-minute unsportsmanlike conduct.
That turned into like a 12-minute.
So, 1:30, we're in the third period. West Virginia, can they hold on? Duquesne's net is still empty. And West Virginia could not make a change. Allen
appears
was
like
set to take
Rue's trying to call a timeout here. He does call a timeout.
Yeah, so Coach Rue is going to call a timeout here.
Can't see who that is, but someone's fixing their helmet. Looks to be Quintana.
With 1:30 seconds left,
you'd want your best players out there.
Let the clock run.
This might be the timeout clock. I think this is the amount of time remaining on the timeout here. There's 30 seconds they got.
Well, I tell you what, if you're in that West Virginia huddle, you're looking pretty good. You're up 2, 1:30 left. It would take a really bad kerfuffle for this game to get lost.
And that's exactly why Coach Rue took this timeout is...
Boys, listen, we got 1:30.
Yep.
Just keep your heads on straight.
Is get everyone and get your best players out there. Get the line you want out there. Get them this rest. Get them the line you want out there to finish this one up. And don't be surprised if Duquesne does get one here in the next 30 seconds. If we see Duquesne then take their timeout here to go forward. But, I mean, even on the Duquesne side, it's got to win this face-off here, and it's a quick one. You want to get this goal here in probably the next 30 seconds if you're Duquesne.
Well, they win the face-off, so that'll help. Then it gets moved along and will end up coming out of the zone. So Duquesne is going to try and reset, reuse, and recycle. But here it comes over, and that one gets deflected up into the netting, and oh boy. And that was a tangle up there at center. I believe that was McNamara. And I believe that the problem with this was McNamara was checking himself. The skate got up in towards the face area.
Yeah, he appears to be all right.
He appears to be okay. It doesn't even look like there's any blood.
No blood on the ice.
Which is a very nice sign. I've seen just so scary when something like that happens. We've seen too many of those type of accidents in hockey recently.
Yeah.
Boy, that really scared me, Ian.
That was a scary moment there for sure, but.
Everything appears to be all right.
And they're actually going to put Mbowski now back into the net here with 1:15 to go.
And this faceoff will be out at center. And so 1:09 left here in the third. Dombrowski is going to move up with the team. He's going to come out of the net, and West Virginia is going to try to send it all the way down. That one would have went in. Got just to it. It had a good track.
Oh, yeah,
off the boards.
It started going right towards that net.
48 seconds left. Duquesne trying to get one on the board. And that one comes in on Dirk. He paddles it away. West Virginia will rip it around. Now it comes out to the defense. Here's a shot. That one gets deflected and goes behind the net. Now Dirk tries to hold on to it. Then sent it out. Duquesne still with possession. And that one, here's a shot from an odd angle, and that went into the upper right-hand corner. Duquesne has reeled one back. It's 6-5.
Yeah, that was a really good shot there, and I mean, nothing Dirk could really do about that one. That one, that's for sure. And
well, West Virginia's got to be careful.
Now it's
here.
dangerous out, yeah.
24 seconds left, down one.
And just as I thought, now Duquesne has called their timeout here, so they're going to set something up here.
This has gone from very interesting to very, very interesting. I would have to think that even though this faceoff's at center, you have to have the goaltender pulled.
You would have, yeah. I mean,
I
was going back like he was going back towards the net. But
I wouldn't. I can't imagine a world where with 24 seconds left, you have enough time to get it back in your own end, get up, get the goalie off the ice, get the extra attacker on.
With 24 seconds left, you definitely don't. You're going to have to keep him pulled and have those 6 guys out there.
Yeah, that's.
If you really need to have the 6th guy kind of back a little bit from the faceoff, kind of maybe guarding the net a little bit.
That's the way I would
still
do
have.
It. No, they're going to keep Dombrowski in the net.
No, now
they're not.
Now
He's going to come
yeah.
back off. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I was going to say that's.
I didn't think that he was going to stay on.
You can see, yeah, they're going to have guys back at the blue line to kind of guard the net here.
Yeah, they're going to send one back as if he is the goalie, just to
make
sure one doesn't.
They're basically creating a big triangle here.
And off the faceoff, it won't matter because Duquesne's going to win it. 20 seconds to go. They're going to bring it down to this near side, going to get crunched into the boards. West Virginia's Martin's going to go after it, sends it all the way down the ice, just wide. 11 seconds on the clock, and West Virginia was just that close.
Inches away from taking
from sealing
this game.
The deal.
And now the biggest face-off of the game.
11 seconds left.
You got to imagine.
If they win it, will most likely rip one. Here we go.
Basically, this face-off might decide the game here.
And this face-off, it's a tie up inside the circle. Nobody has really gotten possession. Cassiola just fell on top of it, and that's going to help West Virginia. They're going to get it all back across. They're going to get one shot here, and that's going to get blocked. That will do it. West Virginia from
and
down.
Look out. And here
boy.
we go. West Virginia has to be really careful. Same with Duquesne. You guys have other games this weekend. Fisticuffs was happening.
Oh, and there's still more happening. And Country Roads is going to start playing. But like I was going to say, West Virginia comes from down 3 to go up 1 and win this hockey game 6-5 here in the Hope Gas Ice Pavilion. What a game.
What a game indeed. From first period, all Duquesne. Absolutely all Duquesne in period number 1. To then the final 2 periods, 40 minutes, belonged to West Virginia. And that is the deciding factor. 5 unanswered goals from West Virginia in this game is going to give it to them.
And we get to listen to Country Roads.
And this is a great way to start, but it's not over here. You got Pitt Johnstown coming into town tomorrow, and then they're going to have to hit the road on Sunday. So let's celebrate this one here quickly, but you guys start turning your attention to Pitt Johnstown tomorrow afternoon.
Well, since we have a doubleheader, this is going to be real quick, and we're going to be right back here on the Mountaineer Hockey Network with the women's Division II hockey team. They're going to be playing
ranked number 7 women's Division II hockey team.
Ranked number 7 in the country.
On Niagara University.
So that one's going to be fun. We're going to have that one right on the other side of the break. So once again, Richard Tarkovich, Ian Murray, stay with us. We got one more game on this hockey doubleheader Friday night.